Hi, Steven.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Aren't frozen, you can start measuring. So because we have to cook this berry mixture before we put it in the oven, I'm going to put mine straight into a pot so that I don't have to clean up an extra bowl. And we're going to start with 3 cups of defrosted mixed berries. Or you can use any berries you like. So we're going to start with 3 cups of berries into the pot.
Another question?
Any additional berries put back in the freezer?
What happens if you can't eat biscuits?
Say that one more time.
I have to be gluten-free, so I can't eat biscuits. What can I use as a substitute?
You'll be fine, Paige.
I heard the last part, but what was the first part?
What happens if you need to be
Gluten-free?
Yeah.
Do you have some type of maybe like a gluten-free crescent roll or some kind of bread that you bake up? Or I could walk you through making it from scratch, but that might take a little time out of the class.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have any kind of something that you would eat normally, like maybe a crescent roll that you're gluten-free, that's gluten-free, any kind of bread that you can bake up. I like the Mickey Mouse cookie cutter.
I found it, and it's huge. Oh my god,
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna
a
make
nice
a Minnie Mouse
jar.
one and put a bow. If we have a bow, I'm gonna put it on top and make it like this.
I think it's muted.
Yeah, he got muted.
Is that Spencer talking?
What happened? Can you use like this big ones? Not like super big, but big enough.
Bisquick? Yes, absolutely.
Can I use something like that's like this big?
If I heard Bisquick, yes, you can use that.
No, she's talking about the cutter.
Oh, biscuit cutter. Yes,
Biscuit cutter.
absolutely. Yes.
Wait, we need cookie cutters?
You can use biscuit cutters or cookie cutters. So
I have none of those.
I suggested cookie cutters because
I do.
my biscuits
I
are
have none
very
of those,
thick.
Chef Shantai.
Huh?
Is it
There
3
was so
cups
many
for
people
each?
talking.
Is it
Sorry, I
3
didn't
cups
hear
for each
you.
kid?
Oh, okay. Spencer, you've got muted. Chelsea, you also got muted. Let's start with Spencer. What was your guys' question?
3 cups per kid?
3, no, this is for the whole thing. I am baking mine in a square Pyrex dish. So I'm putting the whole 3 cups in here. And it makes quite a bit. So no, not 3 cups per kid.
Okay, so we're gonna do this together then, guys.
Okay, that's fine with me actually.
And then Chelsea, did you have a question?
Yes. I do not have either cookie cutters or biscuit cutters.
It's not a problem. The first time I did this, I just used the regular biscuits and kept them round. It was perfect. I was just trying to be creative today. If you want to cut them maybe into 4s and they'll be like little triangles, you could do that. Or cut them in half and they're half moons.
Okay. Also, Mr.
see.
Steve, mind blown. I knew it. I knew it.
I see 2 more hands up.
Santali, go for it. What's your question?
Is this a good size cookie cutter? It's
That's perfect.
3.5 inches.
That's perfect.
All right, and then
And Preston and Vivi.
Are you supposed to mix all the ingredients together?
Almost all of them, not all of them though.
Almost all of them, but not all of them.
Which one we don't mix?
I'm gonna go through it right now. I'm just trying to get everyone's questions and make sure everyone has all of their ingredients. Do I need to go over the ingredients again?
Yes.
I'm gonna go over them one more time. Okay, so I got my berries. I have salt. I have my biscuits. I have lemons because we need lemon juice. I have 1 egg. I have cornstarch. I have vanilla. And I have sugar. Into my pot, I have 3 cups of defrosted mixed berries. We're gonna move on from here. Okay, so into my mixed berry pot, I am going to add 3/4 cup of sugar. I'm gonna take my 1/4 cup and do this 3 times.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I just want to make sure I kind of want to do a really small serving just to try to make sure I have I like it before I just waste a bunch of supplies.
Correct. So you want to just cut everything in half?
Yes. So how would I do that?
So you would then need 1.5 cups of berries. And also you will need a very small pot a little container, oven baked container, because the berries are juicy. If you use a large one, it's gonna spread all over and it's not gonna be cobblerish. So if you're gonna cut the recipe in half, make sure you have something much smaller than this. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Also, Preston and Bibi have a question.
Sure.
We don't have cornstarch.
Then you can use flour.
Yeah,
You
we
have
have it.
all-purpose flour? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am now putting in my sugar and with my berries. Make sure you drain out the liquid from your berries because the sugar is gonna make a lot of liquid. From here, I am gonna add in my vanilla. 1 teaspoon vanilla. 1 teaspoon vanilla. After the vanilla, let me know if I'm moving too fast. After the vanilla, we're gonna do 1/4 cup of cornstarch.
You're definitely moving too fast for me.
Okay, okay. Where are we at? Did you do your sugar yet?
Kelsey?
We're definitely going too fast for me.
Who said that? Chelsea?
Yeah.
Okay, did you put your sugar in your bowl yet with your berries?
She says no.
Where are your berries?
Still unopened. I'm still getting my small oven safe thing with my father. Say hi,
Okay.
Daddy.
Hello.
Okay, so then put your berries in a bowl or in a pot because we have to cook it first before we put it in the oven.
Is this
No.
okay?
No,
No.
so you need something with size like this because your berries are gonna be juicy and you don't want it to run into the oven. I'm using a Pyrex dish. A square Pyrex dish. So you need something that has size on it because we're making a cobbler and it's juicy.
Say it again. Say your question, Daddy.
Can you show the dish that you're using again?
Mhm.
Oh,
Hold on, let me
okay.
go back.
So we want to make it small so we don't waste
Yeah, so
food.
I'm using a Pyrex dish, and it's square.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But Chelsea, while he's looking for the dish, you can start in a pot, put your berries in here, your 3 cups of berries, and put your 3/4 cup of sugar in there as well.
So how many cups of berries?
3 cups.
Okay, Daddy, can I?
Okay, for you guys that have your sugar and vanilla in, we're doing 1/4 cup cornstarch. This is gonna thicken up our cobbler. And if you don't have cornstarch, you can use flour.
You guys go behind. I am typing every instruction and all the ingredients in the chat, so that way you guys can look at the chat if you.
Yeah, if you guys fall behind, look in the chat. So far, 3 cups berries.
So it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter which ones you use.
Nope, use whatever you want to have. Berries or whatever you want.
Okay, thank you.
Any kind of berries. So 3 cups berries, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 cup of cornstarch. That's what I have into my pot so far. I'm now gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna cut my lemon so that I can squeeze my lemon juice. If you already have your lemon juice squeezed, or if you're using fresh lemon juice, we are going to need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. If you're using the lemon juice from the bottle, you're gonna have to double that. So 4 tablespoons of lemon juice from the bottle. But if you're doing fresh squeeze, we only need 2 tablespoons. For about 2 tablespoons, I squeezed 2 whole small lemons.
Okay, so I have my berries. What do I do next, Chef Shantai?
Check the chat. Check the chat for the ingredients. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We put the sugar in there, put your vanilla in there, put your cornstarch in there, but the measurements are in the chat. I am now adding my lemon juice. Now, this is going to be very thick, but you want to mix it. You want to mix as much of that cornstarch or flour up as possible. It's going to look like it has powdered sugar on it.
Ours has a lot of liquid. Is that okay?
If you have a lot of, drain your berries if you can before you completely mix it, because the sugar is going to make berries. So see, like mine right now is really thick because the sugar is going to create juice. If you kept the juice from your defrosted berries in here, it's just going to make it really watery. It's not going to mess it up, but instead of having a thick cobbler, you're going to have a liquidy cobbler.
I drained all the water off, all the liquid out. But since we've added the sugar, the berries seem to be giving off a lot now.
Oh yeah, it will. It will.
Okay.
When it starts to cook, it's gonna get really juicy again.
Great. Okay.
But because we've had our sitting for a little bit, yeah, it's gonna start. Okay, so I am gonna put mine on medium-high heat for about 5 minutes. While we're doing that, I'm gonna clean up. So now all you should have now to clean up are your biscuit, your egg, and leave out the sugar as well. So biscuits, 1 egg, and a little bit of sugar because we're just gonna sprinkle it on top of the biscuits before we put it in the oven. Anybody have any questions while we're cleaning up and waiting?
Yes, Preston and Vivi.
Do the berries go on top of the oven or inside the oven?
Say that one more time.
Do the berries go
In the oven?
do the berries go in the oven?
Not right now. We're cooking them on the stove top for 5 minutes. We need to make sure that the cornstarch and the flour is cooked through before we put it into the oven.
Yes, Natalia, did you guys have a question?
Wait, so when does the biscuits come in? Are we all doing this on top of the biscuits?
Yep, we haven't gotten to the biscuits yet. We're just doing the berry mixture right now.
Okay.
And I'm cleaning up and I'm gonna open my biscuits and lay them out onto my cutting board.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I got my area all cleaned up. I'm gonna go stir my berries. Once the berries get warm, you will notice that they're gonna start to get juicy. And I'll show you mine once they start getting juicy. So while we're waiting, I'm gonna crack my egg into a bowl because we're gonna use this for egg wash. Whisk the egg up and then you can just sit it to the side. And open your biscuits and set them out onto your counter or your cutting board. Now, because my pan is so small, I'm probably only gonna need about 4 biscuits. Now, if you're like me, I bought the Pillsbury Grand biscuits, and so they cook up really, really thick. If you leave it like this, it's gonna be a little heavy for the berries and it's gonna sink a little, and the bottom part will not cook as fast as the top part. So I always tear my biscuit right in half. So this is 1 biscuit. I'm just opening up into 2 pieces. And I'm gonna do that with 4 biscuits. Be gentle so that you don't tear the dough, but just break them into 2 pieces. This way, they're very light. They'll sit on top of the cobbler and they'll cook all the way through. Okay, let me go check on my berries. So my berries are now juicy. Once you can stir them like this, they are ready for the pan. Just make sure all of your cornstarch is completely mixed in. You don't see any white lumps. So right now in this moment, I have my egg that I cracked into a bowl, and I whisked the egg, and I set that to the side. I took 4 of my biscuits out and I cut them in half. I peeled them apart so that they're 2 pieces per biscuit. So I have 8 pieces of biscuit right here. And now I have my berries that I'm just going to pour right into my baking pan. Stephen, this takes about 10 to 12 minutes to bake, so we're probably gonna need like a game in between then. Okay, so before I put my biscuits on, at this point, you can just lay the biscuits on top if you like, but I wanna make mine more decorative. So I am now going to take my cookie cutter and cut out some hearts. Now, if your cookie cutter is larger than your biscuit, you can take a rolling pin and roll the biscuit out a little more, or combine 2 biscuits and roll it out to have a larger area to work with. So I'm gonna cut out my hearts from my biscuit. I can get about 2 hearts per biscuit. Well, maybe not. Yes, I can get 2 hearts per biscuit. Is there anybody out there having any problems? I'm still.
This how it's supposed to look, because I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to look like this.
Nope. Okay, so yours is in your baking pan already. You didn't cook it. You need to put it into the pot and cook it for a few minutes.
Wait,
Just
what?
so that all of the cornstarch is cooked through.
What do you mean?
So when you were mixing your berry, sugar, cornstarch, lemon, vanilla, that all goes into a pot. Cook it for about 5 minutes until it looks like this.
Oh. Okay.
So just scrape all of that into a pot. Turn it on medium-high heat for about 5 minutes.
Okay, Daddy.
And the sugar will then start to melt and create a juice, and it won't look like that anymore.
Okay, Daddy, I need help with the
Okay, I'm almost done with my cookie cutting, or biscuit cutting, I guess, with the cookie cutters. I have one more biscuit to do. Okay, so I'm gonna start layering my heart-shaped biscuits. You guys see this? I'm gonna start layering my biscuits right on top of, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, don't do that just yet. Take a pastry brush and put an egg wash onto your biscuits before you put them onto your cobbler. That way you won't push it into the cobbler. So I'm still working with my biscuits on my cutting board. I'm gonna take the egg wash and just put a little, just brush a little egg on top of your biscuit on one side, because this way they're gonna get crispy and they're gonna brown fast and nice.
Put it on medium high for at least 5 minutes, right?
Yes, and you want to stir it at least 2 or 3 times during that time. Make sure they don't stick to the pot.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so I did my egg wash on my hearts. And now I'm just going to sprinkle just a little sugar on top. Not too much sugar because we put sugar inside already. You just want to give the biscuits a little sweet flavor. So I did my egg wash and I just sprinkled it with sugar. And then if you're done with that, you can start to layer your biscuits on top of your cobbler. For my design, I am short one heart.
Aw.
It's okay, I got extra dough.
Okay.
I forgot the first biscuit I cut in the middle, so I didn't get 2 out of that. So here is what I did with mine. I cut out medium-sized hearts, and then I flipped them upside down. I mean, I did one row that way, the other row the opposite way.
That looks amazing.
Whenever you're done with yours, put it into the oven. And I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes.
Like this?
Okay, hold on, let me see. Stir it, let me see it. So when you're gonna, yeah, it's coming along. You just need to let it, stir it a little bit more so that you can break up the berries. And then once you can stir it really easily, then put it into your casserole dish, okay? It's coming along though. You're doing good, Chelsea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we're trying to mash them up,
Mash what up?
the berries?
You're not mashing them. You just don't want them to be stuck together in that clump. That means that they're still cold. So just keep mixing until they're really juicy and like they're gonna be a shiny color. Right now they're still kind of dull because of your cornstarch and your sugar, but your sugar will create juice and then it will become juicy and shiny. Let me see it before you take it off of the stove.
Okay, I have a few seconds left.
Okay, no worries. Miles, what kind of shape are you making?
Like this? Oh, there it is.
Cats and moons.
So we can show you.
Nice.
We'll flip it.
Oh, I love it.
Aw.
I just seen him playing with the extra dough. It looks fun.
Yeah.
Is this good for Paige and Spencer here?
Show it down a little more. Oh, that's beautiful. I like it.
Great, thank you.
Did you guys do your egg wash and sprinkle it with sugar?
Yeah, egg wash is face down.
Egg wash should be on top. Egg wash should be on top so
Oh,
that it
great.
gets crispy and it's gonna brown really nicely. You can do it while it's in the pot. Just be gentle that you don't push the biscuit into the cobbler.
Okay.
Joshy and Bailey, how are we doing? You guys are pros though.
So that, are you doing a taste test real quick?
Eris, how are you doing? Okay. Oh, pretty. Okay, once you guys have your biscuits onto your cobbler, you can put it into the oven. Mine is in the oven. I did it for 10 minutes and then I'm gonna check for it just to make sure that my biscuits are cooking properly. Cleo and Margot, what kind of shapes are you guys making?
We made, so Margot and I were sort of like playing with the dough after, and
Okay.
we're making like little, I made little,
Oh,
like,
nice.
that's the shape for our literal, but we're making like little hearts and like shape like these kinds.
Nice.
A heart.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we're
I
just
love it.
little extra.
Yeah, I like playing with the dough too.
It's fun.
It is. And now you can just make some heart-shaped biscuits for breakfast.
Mine is like a jam, like a really hot jam.
Let me see, Chelsea.
Jam.
It's okay.
Okay.
Let me see it in the casserole dish.
Okay. In the casserole dish, it's not that bad. It's not looking too shabby. But some of it is just jam.
Okay, so let's go back over your measurements. Did you do 3/4 cup of sugar? No? How much did you do?
I didn't get there yet.
Oh, well, that's why, baby. So listen, you have to put all of the ingredients into your berries. So in the pot that you were cooking, it should have been your berries, your sugar, your vanilla, your cornstarch, and your lemon juice.
Okay.
Go back to the chat so you can look at it. So it's fine. We can still fix it, but put that back into the pot and add the other ingredients that you didn't add into the pot and then stir it together. It needs to be a little bit more juicy. I think that's just your berries and cornstarch. But you can still fix it. It's not gonna come out bad. And let me know if you're confused about something before you take it off of the stove. Okay, I'm gonna check my biscuits.
Wait a
because it says
minute.
I have 4 more minutes, but it looks like I'm gonna need longer than 10 minutes.
So do you mean like do the stove thing all over again?
Yes. So just take your stuff out the casserole dish, put it back into the pot. Before you put it on the stove, add the rest of your ingredients. You need to add your sugar, your vanilla, your lemon juice, but you won't have to cook it as long. Once that sugar is in there, it's gonna start to dissolve and create a juice.
So how long?
Well, just until it looks right. So probably maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but just add your ingredients in first and then let me see it before you put it on the stove. So are you guys checking on your biscuits? Mine says it needs 4 more minutes, but I think I'm gonna need about 2 or 3 more minutes longer after that. Sid, what are you eating? I'm hungry. Did I catch you off guard?
Eating the berry stuff.
Oh. Maddie, how are we doing over there?
Maddie, no, are you guys doing good?
Thank you for asking. We're having fun.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
We decided to make pizza rolls with our extra dough.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pizza rolls and pizza pockets.
Oh, that's going to be a nice little lunch there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's use this dough for something else. Let's not waste it. Chelsea, you got everything in there? Okay. I can smell mine, because can anyone else smell their berries cooking? Maybe we don't need a cake.
Chelsea, you're going to show us what it looks like right now?
What do you say?
Were you going to show us what it looks like?
Yeah. We just put it back on the fire. Thanks.
Okay.
Corey.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep stirring it, Chelsea.
Blank. Okay.
Hold on, Cheryl. Don't leave it over like that.
Well, it's the only way they can see.
So Chelsea, since you have your sugar in there, I need you to mix it. You need to mix all of that together.
Quickly on 2 seconds, Daddy.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, just keep
1 minute.
mixing until the sugar dissolves, Chelsea. Once the sugar dissolves, it will become a lot easier to manage.
Ooh, I got it.
Oh yeah, that's looking a lot better now.
Daddy,
See, yeah, you just have to fix it. Now it's looking beautiful.
1
So
minute.
once it becomes really easy and juicy to stir, then pour it back into your casserole dish. You probably
Okay,
need
it
another
is-
minute and a half there.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, if you're waiting for your triple berry cobbler to be ready, why don't you guys help your parents clean up the kitchen? Make sure your dishes are in the sink. If you spilled any cobbler sauce, any berry juice, clean that up so it doesn't stain the counters. With the egg wash that you have, you can always throw that in a pot and scramble that up for some eggs instead of throwing it away if you haven't had breakfast. Eris, where's Jordan? All right, Chelsea, let me see what we're looking like. Is it juicy now? It's getting there?
Definitely. Let me show you.
A little to your left.
Yeah, I can't see. I see the bananas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, perfect. So spread that out in the casserole dish and then put your biscuits on. Let me see. Okay, so put your biscuits on top. Put your biscuits on top. Yep, get all of that out of there, out of that pot, and put it into the casserole dish. Mine still needs more time. Maybe we should have turned the oven up. Once you finish that, Chelsea, put your biscuits on top. Did you cut your biscuits out into shapes already? Okay. If you want, you can just leave the biscuits in circles. And if you have thick Pillsbury like grand biscuits, then you can cut those in half. Peel them in half into 2 circles so that you get 2 round biscuits. Yep, so you're gonna take 1 biscuit, peel it in half. So you have 2 biscuits, 2 round biscuits, and you can just put that right on top.
I think ours needs more time.
Yeah, mine too. I've done 3 more minutes twice.
The biscuits haven't really grown at all.
And mine are small, generally. And then I'm looking on my recipe, it says 350. I'm like, maybe I should have turned it up. Well, you know what I'm gonna do while I'm waiting? Take my ice cream out, because I'm gonna use ice cream instead of whipped cream on this today.
Another 3 minutes here.
Maybe I can use both. But I do at least smell mine cooking, so I know it's working. Mine are coming along. I'm going to show you guys what mine looks like right now without accidentally hanging up on you guys. This is what mine's look like so far. So I still need a few more minutes as well. Is everyone's cobbler in the oven?
I shaped my own hearts.
You shaped your own heart?
I still make beignets. I have my own recipe from scratch. I think I'm going to teach my parents and my brother, but I make beignets and I always have to put flour on my hands, wash them, then put more flour on my hands, and then shape my own dough like that.
Yes.
Yes, Daddy.
I'm not really a baker. It never comes out great for me when I do stuff from scratch like that.
That's okay.
I like things that I can fix even after they're done. So I probably need another, my biscuits are finally starting to rise, so I probably need another 3 minutes. Before I can take it out the oven and show you guys. Is anyone's biscuits done? No? Okay. So it's just not me. Great.
Yours looks pretty in the oven. I'm watching them now behind you. It looks so pretty and cute. I love mini food. It looks so adorable.
I like mini food too.
Chelsea, just double checking because class does end in 3 minutes. You do know the rest of the steps from there, right?
No. Can you put all the steps in the chat so I can just screenshot it, Mr. Steve?
Yep, I will copy what you have left to do.
And you're almost
I'm
done,
still
Chelsea.
getting
You just
myself.
need to put you just need to put your biscuits on top of your cobbler and put it in the oven. That's all.
For 10
And,
minutes?
it's going to be a little longer. I had put mine on for 10 minutes, and I think now we're at 16, but mine are almost done.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, my brother's on camp, so you might hear him too.
No worries. Oh, also, Chelsea, don't forget your egg wash and sprinkle of sugar on top of your biscuits. So I'll have Steven put it into the chat and then screenshot it.
Yep, just sent it to you right now.
Okay, thank you.
So if you screenshot it, it's where I put all those dotted lines. Everything below the dotted lines is what you need to do.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Let me check mine since we're running out of time.
Thank you, Mr. Steven.
Of course.
I want you guys to see mine since class is going to be over soon. Because I still need like maybe 2 more minutes, but look at this. Look how nice that is coming along.
Okay,
Great job.
look at yours. Those
Those are nice.
spotlight, you guys.
Yes, I like that.
Amazing. Nice job, you guys.
So now all you have to do from there is scoop it into a bowl, and you can put some whipped cream on top or some ice cream, or you can just eat it plain. It's gonna be really yummy.
Wait, is this our last class? Please don't tell me it's our last class.
No, we have one more on Friday.
Woo!
Friday we are doing the cake mix cookies. So for the cake mix cookies, I am gonna do strawberry and I'm gonna do devil food. But whatever cake mix you get, that's gonna be the flavor of your cookie, okay? You can do red velvet, you can do lemon, you can do the birthday cake with the sprinkles inside. You can do all of that. So whatever cake that you guys get for Friday is gonna be the flavor of your cookies. It's a very easy recipe. So I'm gonna see if I can add maybe a drink. If so, I will have Ashley send it to you guys. I'm gonna try and make sure it's something that you guys probably already will have at home, because it's 4 ingredients for the cookies, but the dough is really sticky, and that's the tricky part of getting it into the oven. And then they are very soft, amazing cookies. So we'll do that. But yeah, let me take mine out the oven really quickly so you can see it. Hold on 1 second.
Cleo, Margaret, I see your guys' question. We'll make sure to get that answered right now.
All right, so I just took mine out of the oven.
Ooh, those look amazing.
So now I have heart-shaped biscuits on my cobbler. And I'm gonna eat it with some ice cream.
We got a question. Cleo, Margaret want to know, what's the best way to reheat the berry cobbler for later? They don't think they're going to finish it all right now.
I would take the biscuit topping off, and then you can reheat it in the microwave. But if you let the biscuits sit on there overnight, it will get soggy. So just take the biscuit topping off, put it into another container or plastic bag, and then when you reheat it, you can reheat it all together.
Perfect. Awesome.
Any other questions before
go.
we Well, I'll be back on Friday. So we'll be back on Friday for cookies. If I add anything, I will do it today so that Ashley can get you guys the ingredients, because I don't want it to be a short class.
See, Mr. Steve, she said Ashley from Lego camp, from the other camp. Boom, I knew it, I knew it. See, I told you, Corey.
For those of you who don't know the background behind that,
I know.
Chelsea's been
Dough?
coming
Yeah.
every other
What are you
weekend.
making?
She's happy
Peach
for
cobbler.
quite a few classes.
You might not want to taste
All
it.
right, you guys. Anyone else's cobbler done before we go?
A bit salty, but that's good.
Salty.
Salty?
You use salt instead of sugar?
I taste
I
vanilla
know, right? Did you
extract.
put salt on top? Spencer,
I
I
taste
see
vanilla
that.
extract.
Spencer, those look amazing.
This is gonna be so yummy.
Awesome.
Thank you for class today, Chef Shantai.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Today was a lot of fun.
All right, guys. I will see you guys on Friday, okay?
See you Friday.
Bye.
Thank you, Chef Shantai. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Look at all these happy campers.
My boat.
Okay, in a minute, Corey. Bye.
Bye, everyone.